Now that's an entrance. Thank you. All right, good morning everybody. Welcome to Port Colborne. We are back for another year because it is Fire Prevention Week. I know there's so many things going on in our lives. I know Thanksgiving is coming up this weekend, but we can't forget about Fire Prevention Week. And we have 12 municipalities from around the Niagara region here with us this morning to take us through simple reminders. And I know we get these reminders all the time, but they're important to keep you safe. So, this morning, right now, we have, let me get my sheet out so I get everybody's name right. We have Lincoln Fire Prevention Officer Tamara Clark. Good morning, Tamara. We have Wayne Fleet Deputy Chief Sean Shooten. Good morning, Sean. And the person we put the mic on is Welland Fire Prevention Officer Andrew Allen. Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. I know we got some activity going behind us in the burn house, and we're going to get lots of things planned for this morning. But we're starting out with those reminders about smoke alarms. Why do we always need to be reminding people about smoke alarms, Andrew?
Well, it's almost like a constant battle. So what we find is when we go into homes and people have a disabled alarm, it's usually due to some type of false alarm, maybe due to cooking a burnt toast or something, and the alarm goes off. People will take the batteries out and then they'll forget to put the alarm back in and the batteries back in. So we want to remind everyone, especially this year because of our theme for Fire Prevention Week, do not disable a smoke alarm. So there's a few options that we have. We want to remind people that smoke alarms are required on every story of your home. So if you've got a 3-story home, including the basement, first level, second level, you need a smoke alarm on every story of your home. It's required by the law. This smoke alarm is a battery-operated alarm, and this smoke alarm has a 10-year worry-free battery. It's got a lithium battery that doesn't need to be changed. Now, if you don't have a 10-year lithium battery, you need to change your alarm. We recommend twice a year when the times change. We've got one coming up at the end of this month. Okay. So at least once a year, but we recommend twice a year to change the batteries. So this is a great 10-year alarm, smoke alarm only. This option is a dual. So this is a smoke alarm and a carbon monoxide alarm together as one unit. They're very handy. Again, this one is a 10-year sealed lithium battery. After 10 years, it'll indicate and beep and let you know that it's expired and the whole unit needs to be replaced. So sometimes people don't realize that their smoke alarms expire, even the hardwired ones. So I know we talked about hardwired alarms. They have a battery backup. So if a hardwired alarm is wired into your electrical panel, the battery backup will keep that alarm functional if there's a power outage. If the power is out in your home for any reason, the battery keeps it protected. That battery needs to be changed as well.
Quickly, CO units, carbon monoxide, are they supposed to be in the same spot, the smoke alarms, if you don't have the combo unit?
That's a great question. So right now, it's the law to have a carbon monoxide alarm on every level of your home that you have a sleeping area or a bedroom. So again, if you have a bedroom on the 2nd story of your home, a carbon monoxide alarm is required there. If you have a basement and you have a bedroom in the basement, a carbon monoxide alarm is required outside of all sleeping areas in your home. Excellent. So this carbon monoxide alarm, this one's similar to these ones. These are great products. It has a 10-year worry-free battery, but this one also, I'm going to show you the back of it, plugs in. So it plugs into your electrical outlet. Okay, and it'll run, and then it'll have a backup battery. So again, if the power goes out, the backup battery is there, and that's a fantastic product as well.
Did you do okay? Yeah, thumbs up. You covered everything? Well done. Okay, we have 12 municipalities here this morning, and so smoke alarms, carbon monoxide detectors, important to be changing those batteries. We got some activity going on in the burn area because we're going to be doing some live burns and demonstrating things that you're doing in the home, in the kitchen, but also outside by the barbecue. We come back to Port Colborne Fire Hall. It's Fire Prevention Week on Morning Live. I come to Port Colborne and they put me on the grill, cooking burgers for them. How great's that? But it is actually, I know the weather's getting a little bit cooler, but it still is a good time to be barbecuing. And I know you're thinking, it's like, I know everything about barbecuing. What other things do I need to know? There is some good reminders, and this being Fire Prevention Week, to help you out with that. So we have 3 fire prevention officers. We have Paul from Grimsby. Good morning, Paul. We have Robert from Welland. Good morning, Robert. And we've stuck a mic on Brad, fire prevention officer from Niagara-on-the-Lake. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
Okay, barbecuing. Simple, right?
It can be simple, but some people sometimes need a reminder.
Okay.
Some of the important points, obviously, if you live in an apartment or a condo building, check with the property manager. You might not even be allowed to have a barbecue on their balcony. So just a point, do your background check before you go in and actually have a barbecue. They are only for outdoor use. You shouldn't be using them in your house, in your garage, none of that kind of stuff. And
Lighting
then-
it. What about lighting it?
So
Simple
yeah, lighting
it.
it. You'd think it's simple. Some
Right.
people forget and do it wrong. Basically, what you want to do before you even light it, you want to do every spring you should be doing a check. So basically, what you're doing is cleaning any debris, any rust, any old food that's stuck in the bottom of the burner. Clean all that stuff out of there, so all the the gas burners are open.
You're supposed to clean that stuff out of there.
that's
Doesn't it
what-
just burn
yeah,
up?
Well, that's what can happen. Exactly. So then what you're going to do, you're going to test all the hose, make sure there's no damage, and anything that's damaged, obviously replace
I
it.
guess you should be kind of keeping an eye on the barbecue.
Exactly.
Don't be walking away from
yeah.
it. Oh
This
my
is what can
goodness!
happen.
Sorry about your burgers, boys. Okay, so we've got this set up for you. There's some good heat coming off of here. Let's talk about this point. What was it too close to, Brad?
Way too close to the siding. Obviously, you want to keep it away from any wood fencing right at the side of your house. A lot of the heat from the barbecue actually comes out through the back of the lid, so you want to keep the back of the barbecue open. I'll let all that heat go out and escape. Obviously, as this situation, we had it way too close to the side of a building with vinyl siding.
Right.
So,
Do you want to put it out, guys? We got Port Colborne's finest in here to put out this barbecue fire for us. Watch your burgers, will you? Okay. Anything else?
yeah, just to touch on for lighting it too. There is when you turn it on, you want to turn on the propane, or sorry, open the lid first.
Yeah.
You're going to turn on your natural gas or propane. Then you're going to hit the igniter, or sorry, you're
Right.
going to turn the burner on.
Burner on.
Hit the igniter. If
Okay.
it doesn't ignite, leave the lid open. You're going to turn the gas off, and you're going to wait 5 minutes. That just allows all the gas to escape. You don't want to be lighting it when the barbecue's full of gases.
Burgers still look good. Coming right up for you. And then when turning it off, making sure you're turning off.
Turn off the gas supply first. So whether
Gas
it's a
supply
natural
first.
gas or propane, turn that off first.
Okay.
Then you're going to turn off your burners, and then if you have a cover, let it sit for a few hours to cool off before you cover it.
All good tips from Fire Prevention Officer Brad from Niagara-on-the-Lake. We appreciate Paul from Grimsby. We have Robert from Fort Erie, and we have actually 12 fire prevention officers. Morning, everybody. Good morning. It is Fire Prevention Week all the way till Sunday. We'll go inside the home and talk about grease fires. We come back on Morning Live. Well, good morning to you from Port Colborne as we are continuing our fire prevention week and getting you set and ready. And simple reminders. I know we come and do this. We do this every week, and they're the reminders that you've heard before, but they're important. Happy to be joined by Fire Prevention Officer here in Port Colborne, Charles Turpin. Good to see you again, Charles.
Good to see you.
We moved inside the home. So we did the barbecue earlier, outside the home.
Yep,
Inside the home, in the kitchen, there's a lot of things that can start a fire.
there are. So as in kitchen fires are the leading cause of fires within the province of Ontario. Unattended cooking is one of the leading causes as part of it. So what we always want to start with is keeping our kitchen area clear and neat and tidy while we're in there to make sure that we don't have any soft materials or anything else. And then we can also utilize taking all of this stuff away that could potentially burn so that it's not near the heating element or anything else. But to keep us reminded that we need to stay at a kitchen, putting a towel on your shoulder, telling you an indicator that you must do something so that we're not distracted. I'm cooking, I need to be in the kitchen the entire time.
Okay.
But if by any chance that fire actually does happen or does start and we end up with the flames, we always need to make sure that we have a tight fitting lid to our pot available to us so that we can snuff the fire out.
Okay, putting that, so we're pretending that there's a fire going
There's a
on
fire
right here.
here, yep.
We're not sure what to do.
Yep.
You have the lid.
Have the lid, we're coming at it from in front, sliding it over, putting it out.
Okay.
Then turning off our element, turning off the heat so that we don't have any more heat going to that fire in any way, shape, or form.
What's the one thing people don't do? What do they think when putting out a fire?
Well, everybody thinks that you should put water on fire.
Okay.
but when we're cooking, we're using greases and oils.
What happens if you're putting water on that grease fire?
If we put it on, we are going to expand our water and we're going to end up with a flash fire.
Could we show that in any way?
We can show that.
Oh, okay, so we got one over in the burn area here.
Yeah, we've
of
got
a
one
fire
in the burn
going.
area.
Okay, so we have,
So we've been able to put that together. We do actually have grease on a stove in our burn cell at this time.
okay, are we going to be adding water to that?
And then we're going to show you what happens when you add water to a grease. So our firefighter is going to get ready. And just a cup of water into a grease fire is enough to cause some damage. Now, it didn't start any of your furniture on fire because it put itself out fairly quickly, but if you were standing in front of that, you're going to get burned. You're going to end up being injured and hurt by all of that flame coming at you.
Wow, good job. Okay, so that is fires in the home. Now let's say that grease fire does take over the home and there is a fire in the home. You need to get out of the home,
Yes.
but you need a game plan to how you're going to get out of the home. Let's take a break. We'll continue Fire Prevention Week here in Port Colborne with 12 of the municipalities around the Niagara region that are all here helping us out, and we'll stress the importance of putting that plan into place and get you and your family out safe. We return on Morning Live. Well, good morning. Welcome back to Port Colborne, where 12 municipalities have gathered for us this morning because it's Fire Prevention Week, and all morning long we've kind of been setting up different vignettes for simple reminders about what you need to be doing in the home to prevent fires. But now we're kind of moving on to if a fire does occur. Happy to be joined by Len, Fire Prevention Officer from St. Catharines. Good morning, Len. And we have Vince, Fire Prevention Officer from Thorold. Good to see you guys. We put the mic on Vince, so you're our talking person. So fires do happen. They do occur.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And most are preventable.
Most are preventable.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to set up something here. The fire starts.
Yep.
We need to do the steps on getting out of the home.
Need to back it up one step.
Okay.
You need a smoke alarm, because if not, you're not going to get out. A working smoke alarm on all level, as you can hear, has already activated. That early warning is going to give you the time to get out of your home safely if you have a well-planned escape plan.
Okay.
So,
So
absolutely.
first thing, smoke alarm. Okay.
Smoke alarm is needed. That
Okay.
gives you the time. You can already hear that's activated because the smoke is banking in that small compartment.
Okay.
So it's going to tell you there's something going on.
Okay. Next, get out.
You need
Okay.
to get out as quickly as possible. You can see that the smoke is already banking down. You need to stay low to the ground, and you just don't have that time to get out if you don't have a working smoke alarm.
This furniture is going up quicker than.
The whole traditional versus modern furnishings, today all of our furnishings in our homes are synthetic, and you can see that big black smoke banking down. It's very toxic.
Okay. So how do you make a plan getting out? You and your family.
How do you make a plan? You need your first way out of all areas. So make sure you have one way out of every room. And if you can't get out that first way, make sure you have a second way out. A window, another door, a back door.
Being on the second floor, you need to get
Yes.
out the window.
If you can't get out your front door, that's right, out of your bedroom
Okay.
door.
Once you're out, what do you do?
You stay out and you call 911. You give them your home address, let them know what's going on, and let us know if anybody's still inside. You can see how that fire's intensified. You can see now that the fire is continuing to bank down. That smoke is fuel, and that smoke is what's going to kill you.
Okay. So we've called 911. We have our fire department. Whoa. Okay.
Yep, this is
Found
what
that-
we have. So we have our fire department responding. You're on the outside of the home now. You tell our firefighters that everybody is out or somebody's still in. And unfortunately, our firefighters have to go into these atmospheres and environment if you don't have working smoke alarms and if you don't have an escape plan. This is what they're faced with. We tell our residents they are our first responders. If we don't have to put our firefighters in harm's way, we don't want to. They're trained to do so, but we want to make sure they're safe as well. Everybody can help us by having a working smoke alarm on all levels of their home, a well-planned home escape plan. Get out of the house, stay out, call 911.
Well done, guys. Thank you. Thank you to all our firefighters. Thank you to Port Colborne Fire Department for having us today, putting out the fire. Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Len. I appreciate all 12 municipalities from the Niagara region being here this morning. Thanks for joining us. Fire Prevention Week lasts until Sunday, but it should last all year round, preventing fires, and hopefully some of the tips you learned this morning do just that.